So analyzing. So my students' performances from baseline to summative. So the baseline of my students, there were 2 students that had 60% for identifying the main idea, and then 1 student was able to identify the main idea 40% of the time. Now, the 2 students that identified 60% of the time identified that main idea. They were able to identify the main idea of each chapter. But the student that I really want to reflect on right now is the student that got 40% of the main idea, because using those key details to figure out the central idea of the chapter really helped him out, because he got both of his note cards for the exit tickets. He got the main idea correctly. He was able to utilize that. And he was one of the students in the class that actually got the summarizing the 3 chapters. He didn't do it in a big long paragraph. He did it in a short sentence that Jonas was given the assignment of the receiver of memories, which is what the 3 chapters was really about. You know, the first chapter 7 was that he wasn't picked. So that, I mean, Jonas wasn't picked. And if he wanted to improve his answer, he could have put that, but I think it's just fine. And then chapter 8 was about him getting the assignment, and then chapter 9 is where he was learning about the assignment. So it was just this simple, he was assigned this, and that's what's going on right now. That's what the main idea is right now, which is pretty cool. That he understood it by just looking at those key details. And the other students, that these weren't their IEP objectives, they were understanding the main idea better too. So the subsequent instruction. So where are we going to go next from this instruction? So I want them to continue on with being able to summarize and connecting those dots between the chapters, because I think that that's what they're missing. I kind of saw this from the summative assessment. And as I described before in my lesson reflection, I wish that I would have provided more connect the dots instruction throughout this lesson segment, because eventually they are going to have to write a book report on this book, and they are going to have to be able to identify the main ideas and remember those key details and being able to connect it as a whole. So, and it's an important life skill too that they need to know. So that's the next step that we're going to go to as a class. We're going to start connecting those dots a little bit more between each chapter.